Hello, guys. Good evening. How's you all doing? Hope everybody is fine. I can see Animugu. Animugu, you have missed me so much that you cannot resist again. You have been missing me. Animugu, you are the one that is living in denial. You are also with a narcissist, Animugu. For you to be working and your husband is collecting the salary, that is, your husband is a narcissist as well. Just that you guys are always looking for somebody to cover up. Don't worry, when the time comes, you will still we will still hear you. Oh, just they play, you they mad. It's my story. I will say it. If it pains you, go and buy yourself. Everybody has their story, just that some women are not outspoken. Just that some women are pretending to be a saint while they are trying to cover for their husband. But by seeing it, we know people who are living well and people who are not living well in their husband's house. Animugu, you are not living well. You are suffering. Your husband bring you all the way from Nigeria to where you are, to New Zealand. All the money you work every month, he enter your husband account. Animugu does not have account. Tell me that your husband is not also a narcissist. Huh? Tell me. Control freak. When it's too control freak, always controlling you on what to do with your life and what you will not do. You see the way he belittle you. You don't even have self-confidence, Animugu. Common makeup, you don't know how to even do. Me, I'm stronger than you because I am not a weak woman. That is why I don't take nonsense as an answer. Me, I am an action woman. I don't take rubbish. I have a limit of rubbish, then I start to speak up. If you don't speak, it's your own wahala. Be bearing it there and be drinking your BP medicine. I don't take BP medicine. I don't take self-love. Please tell me how to send you coffee. It's here, Mama. If you check the page, it's there in the four corner of the video. There is 4 dots there. It will take you. Or let me drop the link on the screen. If I drop the link, you will see it. Once you tap on the link, it will take you direct to the coffee link. That's how it is. They are crying about the donation people are donating for me. She's not the only one. Another blogger have also cried and say, I have to come and be saying everything. I can't say everything. I still have reserve for now. I still have reserve for myself because of the bond and the love we once shared together. So I will not open up everything because I am looking for money. You understand? I will still be reserved. That's me for you. Because we have children together. I don't have to say everything. It will look like emotional blackmail. I am not an emotional blackmailer. No. But sometimes we say things as for us to be healed. If not, you will never be healed. And we say it out to still teach women. Once you are seeing all this sign, it's a red flag so that you know how to position yourself, know how to draw boundary. Me, I've already set my boundary. Yes. If you don't set your boundary, you will be there. It's none of their business. If you think if you don't set your boundary, they will keep using you the way they want. You have to set your boundary. Even if you want to stay in the marriage, you still have to set your boundary. You get what I mean? Let's listen to this guy.
You feel like that. Stop being defensive. Listen. Nurture her. Men have become so sensitive that every time their women express the way that they make them feel, they feel like they're being attacked. She's not attacking you. She's trying to teach you how to properly love her. She's trying to teach you how to properly nurture her, but your wounds, your ego, your pride have you on the defense. Be quiet. Shut up. Everything does not need a rebuttal. This woman is coming to you, and she should have a safe space when she's able to express her feelings, her needs, and her wants. When a woman stops expressing her feelings because she no longer feels heard, it's over. When a woman emotionally detaches from a relationship, you already lost her. So if a woman comes to you and saying, baby, you make me feel like this, you make me feel like that, stop being defensive, listen and learn so you can become a better man, so you can learn how to love your woman better.
Yeah.
The worst thing a man can do is hear a woman cry out for help and turn the other cheek. Love that woman, guide that woman, protect that woman, and shield that woman, even from the lowest parts of yourself. All praise is due to the Most High. Men have become so sensitive that every time their women express the way that they make them feel, they feel like they're being attacked. She's not attacking you. She's trying to teach you how to properly love her. She's trying to teach you how to properly nurture her, but your wounds, your ego, your pride have you on the defense. Be quiet.
People like Animugu are the people who silence people. Me, nobody can silence me. One blogger have already talked to me and I reply her back. Any blogger try to do rubbish to me, I'm gonna insult them and place them to where they belong. You get what I mean? I don't like nonsense. I don't like nonsense. Nearly, Daphne, have you been able to access the GoFundMe? Have you been able to access it, Mama? Please thumbs up the video, my people. Don't allow anybody to silence you. Even if it's your husband relative, don't take nonsense from them. If not, you will be depressed. Don't take it. Them as their brother is manipulating you, the whole family want to manipulate you. Don't take that silence abuse. Hi, my sister. Thank you. Thank you for joining Ejiro Baby TV. Thanks for being here. Silent treatment is wickedness. And if things are going on like this, if you don't trend with caution, everybody will end up giving you blame. So I will trend with caution. I will trend with caution. I did not tell anybody I'm leaving my husband. No. I am still here. Let's see that there will be changes. If there is no changes in future, I will go. That is my own, because everybody have their limits. If I will still give him another chance, there is no harm in trying, you know. We still give him another chance. Let's give the love another chance and see, just for the children's sake. For the children's sake, we will try to make it work. But I don't need this sort. Talk to me as if, talk to me as they talk to human being. Don't talk to me as if you are talking to animal. I don't like that. I've already tell him what I like and what I don't like. So maybe we redirect the step. Maybe. Many people are saying self-love. No, don't leave. Even if I want to leave my husband, I don't want to leave him while we are fighting. I don't want to leave fighting with him or having bad blues. I don't like it. Because of future sake, and we will need husband in the future or live my life to the fullest. I don't want to leave a stamp down too much, but if you warrant, I'm gonna speak if you warrant. If it does not warrant, I'm just gonna keep quiet and let everybody go their ways. I always ask him, are you tired of me? If you're tired of me, let me know. So that, and men will never tell you they are tired of you. They will never tell you. But me, I always ask. I always ask him, are you tired of this relationship? If you are tired, there is no need of us maltreating each other psychologically. No need. Because sometimes men can fall out of love. A woman can fall out of love as well. Yeah, depends. Because what makes a lot of men to fall out of love is when they start seeing another woman and they will get carried away. I sent star. Oh, I haven't received it though. It did not come, Mama. The stars did not come. You can resend it again. Now it will come. Once you buy the star, it will be on your star bank. You can send it now. It will come now. It is swear, my sister. You know, no, I sent coffee. You sent me coffee? Oh, thank you. Let me see. Notification did not come. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the 3 coffee. God bless you, my queen. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the 3 coffee. Thank you so much. People have supported me so far. I think I have I have roughly 350. Thank you so much for all the support. This money, I'm not going to touch it. Once I receive it and send it straight to my account, it's going to be there. I will not touch it. I will not be touching it. It will be there. I will only be taking from my handle, from the money that is coming out from my social media handle.
When you marry a woman, you marry her past, her present, and future. When you marry a woman, you marry her self-image, what she thinks of herself. When you marry a woman, you marry her fantasies and her fetishes. When you marry a woman, you marry her fears and her hopes. When you marry a woman, you marry her weaknesses. How many of you saw one guy on Instagram or so that videoed his wife? Their house was very dirty. I think he went to work. The house was very dirty. So he videoed how dirty the house was and videoed his wife and was complaining that you'll be home all day, why didn't you clean her? And he posted it online. How many people saw that thing? That was one of the most irresponsible men.
That was the threat that my husband was giving me when my children were little. He threatened me one day that he's going to video the house and post it on the media. And you hear this relationship expert now? He said it's irresponsible man that do that. Say you are going to video the house where your children is, you want to post it to the media for everybody to see it. If you see him, you will think he doesn't talk. Then I was scared. Now, if he say it, I will just be laughing at him. I will say, do it. You will see many women that will beat you out there. You think if you do it this time, they are going to marry you. They will insult you on top. Gone are the days where we used to join men. Me, if I see any man that do it to his wife, I'm going to insult that man. That is me. And I know there is many women out there who are like me. That is the type of thing. When you see, I'm very allergic to most of the things. Most of these things, my husband tell me the things. Just that he haven't do it. Once I see a man that summon courage to go and do what my husband is threatening me with, I dey beat the man, open what die. I go beat her water. As body go reach out to sleep, he go dey bed, he go dey hear my voice for inside sleep. Me, I don't like that. When you see I defend many women, I say, no. This is what my husband used to tell me. I'm going to video this house. You see the way house is looking like? It's not every day. Sometimes we are thinking, despite woman don't go to work, does not mean the woman is playing inside the house. Sometimes our head is filled up. You will just lie down in one place. Then to get up will be problem. So don't threaten your wife that have little children that you want to video your house and take to the social media. You will be making fool of yourself. I don't know who we are telling my husband to do that then. I don't know. At the end of the day, he did not do it. I was telling him, I was begging though, but later I was no longer begging. I tell him, do it if you want to do it. Let me see the trophy that they are going to give you. They will not give you any trophy.
I've ever seen in my life. He videoed his own wife videoed his own house and posted it online. That woman was in somebody's house before you went to carry her. Because this is the crux of what I'm going to discuss with you today and what it means to be a man and a father. Is the word responsibility. He is the one that went to carry her from wherever she was living before. It's your responsibility to identify the weakness. Don't come and act shocked like the rest of us. You join us to be shocked at your wife's weakness. No. We are spectators. You are the participator. You pick the wife. You must be responsible for your decisions. That's what makes you a man. The first man failed because he refused to take responsibility for what he did. The second man succeeded because he took responsibility for what he did not even do. You have not yet failed until you share your result. Falling down is not an issue. Not say the righteous man falls 7 times, but he stands again. You are irresponsible when you fall and you refuse to stand. And you want to start giving us stories why you fell. We have not finished studying success. Nobody has time to study failure. Stand up on your feet. I don't care how many times you've fallen. I don't care how many times you failed. It's not yet failure until you give up. It's responsibility. That guy videoed his wife and posted it online. In his mind, he thought he was shaming his wife, but he was actually shaming himself.
Yeah.
You marry a woman, you marry her weaknesses. So when you marry a woman with weaknesses, own it with all your chest.
Own it with all your chest.
You marry a woman, you marry her past.
You marry her past, you marry her present. Some men think they don't have error because that ego that is making them to think like that. Me, I don't have error. Me, I'm working. I don't have error. I'm a working class father. Me, I don't have error. Who tell you because you are working, you don't have error? Please support the program, guys. Support the program. Thumbs up as you joining. You have error. We all have our weakness. Don't be saying me, I don't have error because me, I'm not a lazy father. I'm not a lazy father. If I'm lazy now, I will say it's because of that. Who tell you because you are not a lazy father? Your wife is telling you are hurting me with your words. You are saying you are not a lazy father. Because of that, she should be swallowing your bad words that you are telling her because you are not a lazy father. No. Everybody can make money. You have to take it easy with your wife. Anybody can make money. We all are making money. Little. Just that we don't brag. There is no need of bragging.
This man said, good couples are compatible by chance, but great couples are compatible by choice. Good couples are compatible by chance. They're allowing things just happen. But great couples are compatible by choice. Can we all become intentional about being intimate? Most ladies are intentional about how they look. They know where to go and make their hair. They research it. They get referrals. They know the best color for their makeup. They research it. They get referrals. Most guys are intentional about their cars.
Yeah.
They make sure there's no scratch. Make sure everything is well maintained and serviced. That level of intentionality is the same thing in being intimate with your spouse. So we were traveling some months ago on a particular flight. When we sat on the seat, we found out there was a small barricade, a kind of a barricade between the two seats. They put those barricades there just in case the two people are not flying together. But we were flying together, so we needed to bring it down. So I called the attendant and I said, how do we bring this thing down? There were 2 buttons on both sides that were pointing down and up. So I asked the guy, how do we bring it down? He said, both of you need to press the down button at the same time for it to come down. I said, great. I said, but how do we bring it up? He said, only one person needs to press it for it to go up. So it dawned on me that to build intimacy, the 2 people need to do it intentionally. But to create a wall or to scatter the marriage, only one person. It's amazing. For it to work, 2 people must be intentional. For it to fail, just one unwilling person. Just one. So sometimes it's not even about how good you are. It's always about how good the team is.
Yeah.
When people say, I'm so loving, I'm so kind, I'm so nice, that's not what would guarantee success. The other person on the other side of that wall needs to also be on that same mind or page with you. And I've learned in most situations, most not all, but in most cases, especially when the marriage is rocky, there's one person in every marriage that appears that he has nothing to lose if this marriage breaks.
Yeah.
There's always that one person. Don't look too, don't nobody should look anyhow. So that
That's true. There is only one person that will think he have nothing to lose. The men are the one that is always thinking they have nothing to lose. Because they have already groomed you. You have already believed them that let's build together. Yeah, you are the father of my children. You are my husband. And when the men start doing you anyhow, they think they have nothing to lose. At the end of the day, you have a lot to lose. Karma will always visit you. If you think you have used the woman, now you want to be doing her anyhow, some of them will start treating you anyhow because they know you will not like to go because of how you both have built together. But if there is a point you will reach, you don't even care anymore. You just tell it, carry the property, go with it. Go with it. My sanity matters a lot. Go with the property, with that you guys. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up the video on YouTube. Please, thumbs up. Send me some stars, guys. There is no star on this video. Man, buy me star. Abba. Don't be selfish. I've seen many men who have done this thing to their wives. There is a woman that called me today from the neighboring country in Europe here. How she went to the bank, carried 16,000 euro to give the father of his children, their husband and wife. She has so much trust on this man. And the man was always confusing her. Hey, let's build together. He said self-love. There is a video you did today where you said, man, asking women, let's build together, husband and wife. Me, I tell them that he says, scam, don't do it again. He said she was listening to that video and she was crying. Say, self-love, how did you know? How did you know that building with a man is a scam? He said, yes, he scammed me. I said, Jesus. He said, my sister, I went to the bank. I carried the loan. My husband started doing business to Nigeria and come back. Everything was rosy. He said that first year, her husband impregnated another woman in Nigeria. He said she was so like, what the heck? She already have 4 children for this man here in Europe. Just for doing business in Nigeria. The first 1 year, the man married another woman in Nigeria and put the woman in the house that they built together in Nigeria. Guess what? The woman's name is not on the document of the house. Her name is not on it. How did this man deceive this woman to build the house together with her? He deceived her that my children are going to be the one to inherit this house. It's a scam. I know women used to do it before. I say, let's build together and my children will inherit it. Don't do it again. You guys that are new in marriage now, don't do it. People have already made the mistake in their old marriages. You that is new now, once you are listening to message, learn from it. Don't allow the same thing to happen to you first before you cry out. Many people, we are not aware. We are not aware of all those things. That we are thinking that, if I build with my husband, I'm the only one that have children for my husband. At least it's my children that will inherit it. Our children are not going to go and inherit all those poto houses. All those erosion houses. The children are not going to inherit it. All is scam. They know. These men know that these children in Europe are not going to inherit it. Did you know what they do at the end of the day? They will go and marry another woman in Nigeria and start having children in Nigeria. At the end of the day, the children in Nigeria are the one that will inherit those houses. Because they already know the children that they have in Europe don't need those houses. It's not their standard. They don't need it. They don't need it. But what they do to women is they will be telling you, let's build it together. And the women, they really think that their children are going to inherit it. They don't know that the man is just trying to manipulate them into believing that it's true. My children will inherit it. Before you will know that it's not your children that is going to inherit this house. It's already late. It's already late. So don't allow them to scam you. Gather your money. If you can be able to buy a house and property here, buy in Europe here. Buy property in Europe here. You see the one you have in Europe, your children can inherit it. You see that one you have in Nigeria. Don't say this is your children that is going to inherit it to, except that house is located in a good area. And you see many of these men where they build us inside forest. Many of our Benin men, they build us inside forest. They don't even build in GROA. That house is going to lose value in years to come. It doesn't generate the income you spend to build it. Ours does not generate money in Nigeria, especially the one we build in Benin. It does not generate nothing. You are just building it there for building its sake. That's it. So the woman said she did not know. That was what spoiled the marriage at the end of the day. And the family in Nigeria supported their brothers and said, yes, it's an African man. He's free to have 2 wives. They did not know it's the woman that owns the business. It's the woman that gives the man the business, that gives the man the money to be doing the business. The family of the man said that my brother is rich, he can marry 2 wives now. Nobody will later listening to the first wife. They said she shouldn't be jealous. You are in Europe. The other one is in Nigeria. You guys should cope together. The woman said no, she's not going to cope with a man who betrayed her. That was the end of the marriage. Till today, the woman is still, they are still collecting money, the loan that she went to carry in the bank. They are still collecting the monthly money from the woman account. And she and her husband are no longer together. She cried whenever they deduct the money from her account. Whenever they remove the money from her account that she borrowed to give her husband to go and be doing business in Nigeria, she says she always shed tears. My God. Not that I'm the one that used this money. Now I'm the one paying the loan, returning it to the bank. The man that eats the money is no longer with you. Now it's with another woman. They are enjoying their life. We may be careful out there. All that is glitter is not good. If it's happening like this, you see somebody who is creating awareness, trying to tell you, do it like this, don't do it like this. Listen to advice. So, did you know how many women who call me a day? Today, a girl call me that her husband doesn't allow that to have friends. The man is just treating her anyhow because he know that she have nowhere to go. These men, they know once your children are small like this, they do you anyhow. And you will just be taking it, thinking it's normal. It's not normal the way they treat their wife. When the woman begin to take it, her body and her soul will begin to be rejecting it. That is why you see some women, they will start flaming up. You don't try to talk to nobody because nobody is going to listen to you. Everybody will say you are the problem. Let's listen to this message.
Usually in my counseling couples, I've discovered there's one of them that appears like I don't care. You know, it's like when those 2 women went to Solomon and they had their baby issue. Well, I said, let's kill the baby. There's only that one person. Let's kill this marriage.
Yeah.
Why am I even married? Let's divorce. So that person, you see that word divorce flies out of their mouth often. They are the ones kind of causing trouble. Most times, there's somebody that's very good. Most times, I know this is not all the case. There's some cases where both are very bad, both are very good. But in most cases, there's somebody that is very good at giving in that marriage. I hope you know who it is in my own house. You should know by now. You should know by now. But in all fairness, this woman is amazing. She's a giver naturally. One of my better is like her. When you see those people, they are good people. I don't know if you have met those people. So
yeah.
They're just good people. In fact, a woman can marry that person and have a good marriage. That person is a good person. They never think of themselves first. They're always considering the other person. That marriage is more dependent on this other guy that appears not to care so much. There's always that person.
Yeah.
Sometimes a man, sometimes a woman that doesn't care. Like I said, in this marriage, I'm the caring person. Okay, so like she's the caring one. So most time that marriage is dependent on that other person becoming willing. There's one
Yeah.
always willing to work. Let's work on it. Let's try. I'm ready. But there's one always saying, you just come up with different things.
Yes.
I'm not happy. The bed is not ready. The food is not prepared. They're just coming up with excuses.
Covering up with excuses. Nothing you do that please them. And you will say that person want the marriage to work. So I will not tell you with the amount, but the way they treat you, they are equally telling you that they don't want.
If you are like that, because I was that person in my house, if you are like that, you can have an incredible marriage if you become intentional. If you can, for instance, but can I use told women, aim for men is acceptance. This is why in most cultural settings, there's a big battle between wives and mother-in-law. The reason is because if a man knows that there's somebody in this earth that will accept him no matter what, is his mom. Mothers give unconditional love to their sons. No matter how horrible that boy is, his mom will support him. But you see, his wife gives conditional love. So when he's really in trouble, he will find succor first with mother before wife. Now that's not the right thing. I'm just giving the reason why you see those things pop up. It's because one of the things a man needs is acceptance. Men fight for everything in this life. They fight to be respected, fight to be recognized, fight to be accepted at work, in life, everywhere else. So when they come home, they want that home to be one place where they are accepted for who they are. They are not accepted by performance. Men need acceptance. We're not talking about accepting toxic behavior, accepting abuse. Those are not what we're talking about. His difference, his personality, his uniqueness. Because every man is unique. So he wants to be the king of his own castle. You need to accept him. He will have difference in behavior. For instance, he can be the kind of guy that eats and makes loud noises. The average woman will want to put him to shame. That's what kind of behavior is that? That's uncouth. That's unruly.
He can't eat and start and chewing mat nicely. Huh? What is there to be eating and chewing mat as if? What's that? I was listening to one video. He said the people that chewing mat very loud. Most of the cases they are narcissists. I don't know. They will be chewing mat. It's irritating now. And why will you purposely be chewing? Why will you be chewing mad like that purposely? Who does that? That's not nice.
Those years, we'll shut down the office, get volunteers into the office to run the office for 2 weeks. We'll travel on vacation with everybody in the office. Everybody. Yeah. Hey, men talk because they have something. Hello, North Cara. When we were dating, my own. The names of people when they go to. If a woman says you don't love me anymore, most men think that's a call to debate.
Hi, Mama.
I don't love you anymore.
Thank you, Caroline. Thanks for joining.
Panel of judges. I'm here to defend the motion that I don't love you anymore. Last year, did I not buy you so and so? Last month, did I not take you to so and so? I hope with these few points of mine, all she's saying is I don't feel loved right now. It's not a call to debate, but a man is fact-based. A woman is likely feelings-based. So a hug will go better than a debate. You see, all these things, it took me years to learn it. Because we're logical. When a man hears and he looks for his facts. Let's deal with it based on fact. That's why if you see a man and a woman arguing, there's no winner at the end. Because they were not even on the same topic.
At all.
It was not the same topic. No winner at the end. Because the man can't understand how she doesn't understand. She's not even talking about the same thing. This is how she feels. When I see men say I can't get my wife to do something, I just laugh. It just shows you are a bit unskilled. If you are skilled, there's nothing I can get my wife to do. Nothing. I'm serious. You just know how to speak her language. Largely feelings based. Everything you're saying must contain feelings, togetherness, oneness.
Very
Focus on
important.
necessary facts. You want to buy a sports car, you gotta tell your wife, baby, I saw this car, 16 valve, V8, 600 and something horsepower. The woman, that's basically where we're running to. Doesn't resonate with the woman at all. So you instead say something like, hey baby, we've not been spending enough quality time. I've seen one car, we'll be using it after service every Sunday. It just has only 2 seats, me and you. After Sunday, we'll go for a long drive and hang out and just catch up on our week. Now you are talking her language.
Yeah.
Somebody get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You want to buy a new house. Don't go and tell her, hey baby, I want to know. Say, hey baby, I see your shoes. They are all scattered. I saw one closet. The way they arrange the shoes. It's like, and the bags on this side. You see, it's the same thing, but you are communicating now with a better
In a positive way.
Somebody get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So,
They will not watch you. All these type of good videos, they will not watch. Only the women will be seeking counseling.
says you don't love me anymore.
If only the woman is seeking counseling and the man is not seeking counseling, it's not going to work. It will not work. Yeah. You can't say the both, but in most of the African marriages, tell a man to go to counseling. They will tell you they will not go. They will not go. Even if they go there, it's going to turn to argument. Even their therapist is going to be tired of them. Women have a listening ear. Even the therapists are tired of the narcissists. When you are trying to tell them this is what you should do, most of the cases, therapists and the narcissists, they have a fallout. When you see men always changing their therapist, they change. They always change. I say, this woman does not like to understand me. This woman does not like to understand me. He always like to take the woman's side. It's not true. He's trying to lecture you that what you are doing is not right. So that you will have a change. But they don't listen. They don't listen. Understand it take time. Oh. It's not easy. Why marriages are not working these days? I don't know why, because man wants you to do some certain things. You see this thing that is not going to favor you, but they like to force you on it. And you don't force them on their own. That is the cause of the breaking marriage. Women don't cheat when they are in their marriage, but many of the men, they cheat. A woman coming from Italy and said her husband always give her gonorrhea, always give her infection. Most of the time, Akpekus is crashing her. Who is the cause? The man, because the woman is married to him. The woman does not cheat. But it's the man that will go and put the kokoro without using condom, come and put the same, insert the same thing on his wife. I call all these ones wickedness. But they don't even have a sober reflect and said, what I'm doing now is bad. The other one infected his wife with AIDS. All these are bad. What are you going to tell her? How will you feel that you were the one that went to come and infect your wife, the mother of your children, with this something, uncontrollable diseases? You will live with that guilt forever. Sometimes we should be considerate the way we take things. It's not easy. God will heal all of us. Many people, they have trauma, also trauma. If you have it, it's another big problem too. Every woman loves to be appreciated. Get what I mean?
What these clowns actually do and say once you're gone, okay? Well, first of all, let's go ahead and understand the mindset of a narcissist. And what happens is, and the reason that the narrative swings in this direction once you're gone, first of all, it's embarrassing to them. Once the discard has happened, and whether you did it or they did it, it's very embarrassing. And they have the embarrassing task to basically explain what happened to you. And it should be embarrassing to these backwards walking giraffes, because guess what? If they would have behaved better, and they wouldn't be well, we already know they have a mental illness, but if they had behaved better, then maybe things wouldn't have gone the way that they did. But we know how a narcissist gets down, so we know that it's not possible for them to behave better. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So once you're discarded from a narcissist, or you do the discard, however it goes, a narcissist has very black and white thinking. Okay, when I say black and white thinking, that means that basically when you're dealing with a narcissist, whenever things are good, it's very good. You're the greatest person in the world. Everything is so wonderful. Blah blah blah. But once they paint you black, you're all black. They forget about anything good you did for them.
Yeah.
You are the worst, most horriblest person ever. It's just bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so, can you imagine once the discard has happened, what the narrative is like? Okay, these clowns. I'm gonna tell you something. These birds, they some real special ones. They are.
Yeah.
So that's how they think. So now that the discard has happened, now that the discard has happened,
Please, thumbs
what
up,
you're
guys.
gonna
Thumbs
see
up, please.
basically
Thumbs up.
is the narcissist. It doesn't matter if it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or whatever. The narcissist at first, when it happens, they try to cover it up, or especially if they know they messed it up, which they know 9 times out of 10 they did. They messed it up. So first, what they're going to do, even if they have a new supply, they're going to try to come and pull you back in as a friend. You know what I'm saying? So when they have to go explain it, they're going to say, oh, it just didn't work out, but we decided to be friends, so we still cool, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
If you decided that you didn't want to be friends with that viper, okay, then they have an even more daunting task. It's very embarrassing, even if they got a new supply. Now, I'm going to tell you, all along, these clowns are actually going to be doing what we call a lightweight smear campaign. So they're going to be saying little snide comments and saying stuff like that.
Yeah.
When you're in the relationship, they're gonna say some little sarcastic remarks, and kind of give indication that you may not be the perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do that. That's why when you go around the family be looking at you crazy, because towards the end, if y'all notice, during that devalue discard stage, that family was looking. I told y'all they do. They're looking at you like that. And you're just like, well, what happened? Why are you guys treating me like this? Why are you looking at me like, well, the narcissist is the culprit of all of that. Because you got to remember, the family is going to listen to what they say, because they're just as dysfunctional as the narcissist. That clan of crows right there. Yeah. Them. They are just as dysfunctional as the narcissist themselves most of the time.
Yes.
So when the narcissist is not able to get you on as a friend, and they're not able to just keep that friendship, that fake friendship thing in place, okay, so now they have the embarrassing, daunting task of explaining what happened to you. Now, here's what
Thank you guys for the thumb
if
up.
y'all heard what the narcissist said, this is how the narcissist usually spins it. First of all, they're gonna say you crazy. Oh, he or she was crazy. They were trying to make me lose my mind. I didn't know what to do, but I knew I had to get away from them, because they were accusing me of doing all types of things. They were accusing me of cheating, accusing me of lying. And all I ever did was try to do good for this person. I gave them everything that I had. Oh, but the narcissists don't even have a job. Narcissists laying on your couch playing video games all day. The narcissists ain't even contributing to anything in the household, but they gave you everything though. Okay? And then if they are contributing, it's very minimal. Oh, I tried for this person, I did this, I did that. This is them trying to poorly explain what happened, because you know what? They have to spin the narrative like this because it's embarrassing. You are person number 45, okay? Or 50 perhaps. Y'all, these clan of crows, where they come from, they ask the narcissist because they just want to get the juicy details. They already know that something is off with the narcissist. They already know all that. They already know that the narcissist done basically jacked up another situation. They know that too. They just want to say, I mean, it's purely for entertainment and recreational purposes that they sit there asking that dumb what happened with you. But it's embarrassing to the narcissist because and then the narcissist, what they will do too, especially when they're embarrassed about the situation, they'll go to their families and the flying monkeys and start pretending like they're the victim. And this is a lot of times what happens initially too. And they will pretend that you were the abuser. This is how the narrative will go. You were the abuser. You tried to take away from them. You tried to abuse them. You wouldn't listen to what they had to say. That all of this because it's all projection. Okay, projection is actually confession with a narcissist. When they're sitting there telling these people all of the horrible things that you supposedly did to them, the reason why they had to get rid of you, yeah. And y'all, quiet as kept. The family and the flying monkeys and everybody, they know that the narcissist is lying. They do. But they're not going to say anything to you. No. And they're not going to say anything to that narcissist either. No. But they know that they know that something is wrong because, again, you person number 45 or 50 might be 100. You know what I'm saying? Might be 100 in this thing. Yeah. But they have to say something. And what I want y'all to understand in all of this is that it doesn't matter what the narcissist says about you. You know what happened. Don't ever try to go and fight or spin the narrative in another direction. The narcissist has a mental health disorder. Yeah. With you, if you're trying to clear your name, unless it's in some type of legal battle, let me tell you something. These people know how that narcissist is. They already know that the narcissist has done things to destroy the relationship because they know how that clown acts at the house. These backwards walking giraffes, listen, they are some characters. They really are. But when they have the embarrassing task of explaining what happened to you, you're going to always be crazy. You're going to always be the one that tried to take away something from them. You're going to always be the one that did not appreciate them. You disrespected them. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. This, that, and the third. That's what you're going to always be. Yeah. And you have to understand that, and you have to be okay with it not being okay. You understand what I'm saying? Of course. Because if you try to fight them or you try to go and say, no, that's not what happened, then the narcissist is getting just what they want from you, and that's attention. You see what I'm saying? And that is supply for a narcissist. A narcissist gets supply off of you, giving them even that negative attention. They need that. But baby, when you hear that clown saying something crazy about you and they got the embarrassing task of explaining what happened to you, let them clowns say whatever they want to say because they're going to say it anyway. And guess what? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you know what happened and God knows what happened. And guess what? All around them, you are going to be seeing calamity. You're going to see all the residue of the horrible decisions that they've made even before you ever came into the picture, baby. So I just want to make sure that I get this out here because after the discard, they embarrassed about what they got to say. They're embarrassed. They got the embarrassing task of explaining what happened to you. Let them do it. Let them say whatever they want to say because the proof is in the pudding, baby. All right. So family, listen.
Any woman that pays her own bills is single. I said what I said. Any woman
this one don't break table, let go.
Bills is single. I said what I said. Any woman.
So any woman that pay her own bill is single. That is most of us that live in this Europe. We are just married, but we are single. It's true. That is why in Nigeria, men have more power, because in most of the cases, the men are the one taking care of the women. In this Europe, it's not like that. It's just respect we give each other. Because this Europe, now everybody, they take care of himself. You can buy your own clothes, you buy your wares, you can buy your food, you support. Many women support their husband 50-50. So, and the men are still looking for respect. You don't respect me, you don't respect me. A woman is paying 50-50 with you. House rent, half, food, half, and you are still looking for respect. Oh God, make una dey calm down. Calm down, oh. We Calabar. Gloria Effiong. Gloria Effiong, you say, make una dey calm down, oh. Animugu, Animugu. I say, na really which one be not be AK. AKA Chonto. Ah, Animugu, you have problem, oh. Look at the way she's just jumping like a frog. Animugu, you dey learn. You dey learn. You need to go learn work. He pay you. You not see where to call chat for Facebook. Let's listen to this one.
In order for him to call him, but everybody refused to give him the phone number. That is the thing about narcissists. Narcissists think they are wise until everybody starts avoiding them.
Yeah.
A narcissist actually thinks they are smart.
Yeah.
They've outsmarted everyone. They think they have conquered everybody. All for them to meet that stone wall at the end of the day.
Yes.
Everybody now knows him. Everybody can see through his lies and deceit. Everybody can see that he is a very dangerous person. Over time, the narcissist behavior is exposed. Over time,
yeah.
That's why you have to be patient with narcissists. When they want to rush you, calm down. Let's not rush. Including love bombing, adulation, and all their mind games and tricks.
Boah.
Lies.
Boom.
That they tell. Smear campaign. I always tell flying monkeys and
they will threaten the people that are close to you. If you are not on their way, they threaten, they will beat you. Ah!
All the enablers. I tell them to calm down. Relax. Let's give it time. You see all this gra-gra? It goes soon clear. Relax. You cannot be in a hurry to the truth. The truth takes time. It's a marathon.
Yeah.
So let's all relax. We will all see who the bad person is. Let's wait. And that is the medicine of narcissists. Give it time. The narcissist's full intentions will be exposed with time. You just have to be patient.
Yeah.
Give it time. And the full intentions will be exposed.
Boah.
All the lies, the deceit, the manipulations, everything will be exposed. Give it time.
Amen.
And don't rush to defend yourself. Victims, do not rush to defend yourself. Give it time. Be patient. The narcissist will carry out the same behavior. Especially victims whose children has been turned against them. Give it time. The children's eyes will open. The children will see who the bad person is. Give it time.
Yeah.
And that's the medicine to the madness. You can't be in a rush with a narcissist. When the narcissist is in a rush, you slow down. and keep your mouth shut. Slow down. Don't be in a rush as well. Slow down and take your time. You will get there, the narcissist.
It's not easy, oh. Women. Make una see back, oh. It's sad. Before you will know, you are already in the middle of the sea. Before you will know.
On my face twice in front of the children, just because I confronted him concerning his cheating. You know, when you spit on the face of a person, that is the highest level of disgust. A narcissist gets very, very disgusted when you dare to challenge them. When the victim dares to challenge the narcissist, narcissist says, "How dare you?" You become the most hated person in the world.
Yeah.
When you challenge them, they will hate you. How dare you? Nobody challenges me. How dare you? Disgust. And a lot of times, when a victim can see that the narcissist is disgusted, the victim will now crawl into their shell. Don't. Never you crawl into your shell.
Never.
Because a narcissist is disgusted at you for challenging them. Challenge them again and again and again. If truly you want to be free. Except if you want to stay in this slavery for life. Some people, they own a life, a slave. So it's not new. But if you don't want to live this life of walking on eggshells, you want to have a voice, you would have to challenge the narcissist. Challenge the narcissist. Over and over and over again. Never back down. Continue to challenge the narcissist. Anywhere you see them, put them in their place. Anywhere you see a narcissist, put them in their place, and they will never come for you again.
No.
They will be trying time to time. Anytime they try, put them in their place.
Tell them, I'm seeing you. Leave them. Idiots.
I'm not playing this game with you. I'll see victims calling narcissists. Children have not eaten. What? How can you give him such power? My children are sick. What? How can you give a narcissist such power over you?
I said my husband went to Nigeria and he gave me 200 euro. I did not call him to have to eat. Animugu was laughing. You guys feed with 200 euro for almost 1 month. It was more than that. I used my money. I don't have to call him to bring money for me. Nah. No, I don't do that. If I call him, he would have told me, maybe let me ask my friend or do this. I never ask. Where the 200 euro finish, I started using my money. That is your strength as a woman. Let the man know. I told him when he came back from Nigeria that the 200 euro you dropped for us was not enough, but I used mine. And I did not ask him to give me. No. Why will I ask you? I used 120 euro more. You have to give me. I did not ask him. That is your strength as a woman. In case, if you are no longer with that man, let him know you can be able to take care of yourself and your children. Don't be vulnerable too much and say, give me. I use more than the money you give me. Give me. But some people say this good. Why are you not asking self-love? I don't ask. I don't like it. I don't like it to be. If I know I have the money, I will use it. I will not even ask him to give me. That is my healing. That is the way I heal. I don't know about you guys. I feel powerful when I'm able to use my money without me telling him to give me back. I feel he gives me strength. He gives me strength that I'm a mother. I'm a woman. But some people always like, give me, oh, give me, oh, give me, oh, give me, oh. No, 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 no. I don't ask.
What business of the narcissist, if your children are sick, it's none of his business. What you do is none of the narcissist's business. Keep the narcissist out of your business. Let the narcissist know I'm grown. I'm a grown woman. I can handle my business.
Yeah.
Cover your children. You're a mother. You can heal your kids. Learn from the animals. Have you ever seen an animal calling the father of the children to come and help her look after her children?
No.
No. Only if the father wants to be present, you see the father around the children. Animals, so talk less of a human being. I will call narcissist. My children are sick. I will call narcissist. My children have not eaten. I will call narcissist. My children need clothes. I have my hands. I can provide for my children. Don't worry.
Bam!
Don't worry.
Yes, Kelebe.
Don't worry. I'm a mom.
Yes,
I know what to
Kelebe.
do.
Get
I can
good.
use needle and thread and make clothes for my kids. Like, seriously. I cannot give you such power over me. No, sir.
No, sorry.
Rise up to your feet.
Bam!
If you are a victim, rise up and do the needful.
Yeah.
I can go to a farm to feed my kids.
Hey, hi, Dasifa. Dasifa, how are you, Mama? Thank you for joining. Good evening from here.
Harvest crops. I will do whatever it takes to feed my children.
Yes.
Take care of my business.
Yes.
And put that narcissist where he belongs.
Bam.
Why are you giving him such power? That him mouth no go spit next time again. I will make sure that now that day be the last time we go spit for in life. If he wants spitting, go find somewhere go spit. Waiting I go using IC. Like wow.
Like what the heck? Action speak louder than voice. Women. You don't gain your power with mouth. Oh. You gain your power with
actually the cause
money.
Of the
if you have money, you gain your power from the hand of the narcissist. The abuse will reduce once you start making your money. If you want to suffer around narcissists, don't be making money. Relax yourself and be there. He will talk to you anyhow.
Of the relationship. Now, when you're talking to the narcissist, or if they're coming back and having a conversation with you about what happened or whatever, they're never ever going to tell you this. Okay? They're never going to tell you that they know that they're the cause of what's happened. You know what has happened with the addiction ship. They're not going to tell you that. Why?
Never.
Because they're not going to own up to the fact that they made a mistake. Why? Because that's a narcissistic injury. That is something that will completely, it destroys their ego. So, that being,
I remember 5 years ago, what caused quarrel between me and my husband was just a slight little thing like this. I will be telling you guys this story. It's a short story anyway, but I would still like to push it in. We were eating together. I remember that day it was raining. And my husband loved pepper soup with starch. I made pepper soup with starch. I was not ready to cook that food that day. I said, I have to cook it. Bring the fish out of the freezer, defrost it. It later meant I really stressed to cook that soup. At the end of the day, we were eating, and I sneezed. Achoo! And my children say, Mommy, bless you. Mommy, bless you. That was 5 years ago. And I asked my husband, you did not even tell me bless you. That was what bring problem. He shouted at me, I shouted back. Before you know, the fight started. That was what bring problem. Sneeze. Some people say, why will you tell him to greet you? I said, but it's my husband. I was trying to correct him. I said, you did not tell me bless you. He said, please. Your children tell you bless you. What else did you want more? I said, why are you so wicked? I cook. We are eating together. Did you know how I stressed to cook this soup? He told me, did you know how I stressed to walk to buy this food? I said, Jesus, is that what you're trying to tell me? That you stressed to buy the food? Even when I sneeze, you will not tell me bless you. Before you know, he said, I'm rejecting this food. I'm not going to eat this food again. You are shouting on me on top of my food. I said, get up, go and wash your hand. That was what big problem before you know. People have to come to settle also. And you know Africans, they will never tell the man on his face that the man is wrong. And they said maybe it was my tone of voice. I used to tell him that is why he did not tell me to bless you again. I said, really? Really? Initially, he said he did not hear. You did not hear, but I tell you, you did not hear that I sneeze. You will not tell me bless you. That was what bring Wala. It's not easy.
You got to understand that when they realize that they need you, but you can live without them, they have to abuse you. They have to manipulate you. They have to lie to you. They have to cheat on you. They have to do all of these different things to you, because what they have to do, their whole mission and goal is to basically bring you down to their level. What is their level? Their level is fear, it's anxiety, it's anger, rage, wrath, low self-esteem, low self-worth. Remember all of these things that I'm telling you. Most of you are that have been into it with a narcissist, telling you. Most of you are that have been into it with a narcissist, you're going to identify. I know you're going to drop a comment below and you're going to testify about it. But most of you that were in it with a narcissist can identify with all of those different feelings that I just named. Bam. I need y'all to hit that like button, family. Hit that like button for me, please. Because see, when you understand that you have the ability to live without them, but when they have the moment where they realize they really needed you, not good. And when they understand that everything that they did to try to break, to basically bring you down to their level, and to basically tear away your self-esteem, your self-worth, and everything that they did to cause you to basically fall, or to just basically your life, just to destroy the essence of who you are and create so much chaos and havoc in your life. When they figure out that everything that they did, you still rose above that, listen, this is not a good moment for the narcissist, y'all. It's not a good moment. It really isn't, because you have to understand that this is a person that already doesn't know who they are.
This is a person that already doesn't know who they are. That one off me.
When a narcissist tries to manipulate you, you can see through them. You can see through their tricks. You know it is predictable behavior. You know it's a child who is going to throw a tantrum like that. You know it's their go-to way, and they do not know anything more than that. They're quite immature and stuck in those responses. You do not fall for them because you know there are no more buttons in you to be pushed. You know, there is no emotional response that can be elicited from you. You do what is right. And the right thing here to do is just be silent. Stay silent. Give them nothing at all. And you know, by giving them nothing, you give them actual defeat. Number two, their absence gives you peace. You have not lost them. You have regained yourself. That is the deepest realization.
Yeah, when someone absence give you peace, that thing is very deep. It's unexplainable. I don't know how you will explain it when someone has sense give you peace. That feeling is deep. Imagine when this accents make you to be scared. And many people say this, your husband is supposed to be scared of you. Ogwogagbeluwa. Ogwogagbeluwa, scared of who? Is he a masquerade? You're supposed to be afraid of your husband according to African people. Many African people are mad people anyway. Thank you for speaking when it's necessary. Silke too. How are you? We are just debating. And they will join the man. They will say me because your voice was too loud. That is why the man responded to you that way. How will your wife sneeze when she's eating with you and she tell you, I just sneeze. You did not even tell me bless you. A good man will tell you immediately, bless you, my dear. Oh, I did not hear. I got carried away. That is what a good man will tell you. But an egoistic person will not tell you like that. Because he think he's the one that bought the food you are preparing. You prepare the food as a slave. And this woman is not an handicap. She's taking care of your little children at home.
That hits you when you truly, truly win against them. You know that there was nothing to lose. You know that the person you so desperately wanted to be in your life was nothing but an illusion. You tried your best and you got nothing in return.
And the other thing they will do, if you ask them this thing now that happened 5 years ago, they will say they did not remember. Is it normal? Is it normal for a man to tell you he did not remember what happened 5 years ago? But you that remember, they will say you are a bad person, that you don't know how to forgive. That is why you are still remembering the past. I will be asking this question tomorrow. Is it that the woman is unforgiving spirit? Is that why she's still remembering the past? I don't know whether anybody can correct me on the comment section. Is it normal when a woman is remembering the past? And many people call the woman unforgiving spirits. And the man that does not remember the pains they give you, they say that one is the one that one is the good one. The one that doesn't remember how he hurts you, or you that remember how he hurts you. Who is the bad person? You guys should tell me so that me too, I will know what to do. You can write it on the comment section if you are a good psychologist and said don't be saying it again. Because if you ask them, they will say they did not remember again what happened. But you remember. They will say they have already forget what happened 5 years ago. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, Sha.
You know, there is nobody to save, there is nobody to revive, there is nothing to rekindle. And when that hits you, you break all the chains that you stay stuck in because of the trauma bonding, and you never ever want them back in your life, or you do not want to do anything with them in any way possible. Number 3, when you realize the trick is not to quit the argument, but it is not to take the bait in the first place. When you're able to recognize the narcissist's attempts to reel you in and to get supply from you, when you know that they want attention, they want validation, they want to feel important. And the only way to do that is to just create chaos. First, they'll try to get positive attention from you. They will try to be under the limelight. But if they can't easily get that, then they will target your anger. They will try to get a reaction out of you so that they will feel powerful. But when you have won against them, you don't give them anything at all. You know, there is no point in justifying yourself. There is no point in arguing either. There is no point defending yourself, and there is no point explaining yourself at all. Number 4, and the most important one, when you do not depend on them for anything.
And they come on me, they didn't. Aye, that place got me when you did not depend on them. Let me revise it back a little bit.
There is no point in justifying yourself. There is no point in arguing either. There is no point defending yourself, and there is no point explaining yourself at all. Number four, and the most important one, when you do not depend on them for any form of support, when you do not go running to them seeking their companionship.
You think men that actually work met people on a daily at their place of work have that headspace to remember petty stuff? Hmm? So who stay at home have a head to remember things? Maybe someone stabbed you 5 years ago. You are telling the person, look at where you stabbed me. The person is telling you it does not remember. You are a fool, Signore. You are foolish. Me, I don't work. I work too. I work too. If you are the one that gives somebody's pains and you don't remember, that is, you are a wicked person, not to remember the pains you cause on somebody. Some of you guys are so foolish in thinking.
Because you realize they are ice cold. Their heart is beating, but it is essentially dead. And there is no one home. There is no soul to be connected with. You know that it.
Mama Julie states, you did not explain it to. Nobody is explaining it on the comment section. You say, yes, it's normal. It's normal what, Mama?
It's better to ask help from a stranger than your own partner or your parent who is a narcissist, because first they will not give it. But if they do offer some help, they will weaponize it against you. They will use it to make you feel guilty, and there will be a transaction. You will have to give something back. Maybe not right now, but in the future. Number five, when you have found yourself.
He said, it's not, it's stab you. You are petty. So much noise over sneezing. Hmm? You see what this one wrote on the comment section? He said, I make noise over sneezing. If you don't love somebody, you will not even tell the person that I sneeze. You did not tell me bless you. It's because it's not my enemy. That is why I tell him, why you did not tell me bless you when I sneeze. Will I ask my enemy to tell me bless you? If you are a man, I doubt who is married to somebody like you. If you are a man, I doubt. Let me go and check this account. If it's a man, I pity who is married to you. Let me check the accounts. You know, many of them, they will go and enter fake accounts to think if they talk to you, you will be quiet. The account is a fake account. It's not even popping out. It's not even coming out. Someone that loves you is meant to remember everything. Yeah. But they will say it's you. You have problem. That is why. Africa people, we are very wicked. Eh? I'm not saying his profile. The profile is locked. I'm trying to find who is behind this account. It's a private profile. I really wanted to know if you are a man, the type of person that you are living with in the house. It really tells so much about you. If it's me, I will tell him bless you immediately. Yes. Because sometimes we get carried away. Yeah.
When you have truly realized that you are not the crazy one, that you are not the person they portrayed you to be, that you are not what they made you see yourself as. The narcissist tried their best to convince you you are the one causing all the problems. But when you realize that it was them all along, you set yourself free from the burdens of guilt and shame that you do not have to carry. When you recognize that they are a fool, a stupid, stuck in their own drama, and they are eternally destined to keep repeating the same cycle with different people. Every person they hurt will eventually change and heal, but they will always remain the same, and that is their punishment. I'm doing a live workshop on how to break the trauma bond with a narcissist.
This guy, they try and a good coach.
Narcissist relationship fatigue, that is the exhaustion of constantly giving in a relationship where love is one sided, where there is no reciprocity. This is kind of tiredness that does not go away with sleep. It does not lift after a vacation. It does not fade with time. Because in such a relationship, you're not a partner, you're a lifeline, a provider, a mirror, a punching bag. You give your energy, patience, affection, your empathy over and over again. What do? They absorb it like a black hole. With
Yeah, even people in public, when you sneeze, me, I tell people in public, bless you. I don't even know the person before. That's how we behave in Africa. They will say it's you that have the fault. Sometimes there is no need of explaining yourself to fools.
no gratitude and no return. Just
No.
silent expectations. You bend to keep the peace, you soften your voice, you forgive what shouldn't be forgiven, and they watch you do it. Like it's your job. The fatigue does not come from one big event, it comes from the daily bleeding. You compromise your needs, you downplay your pain, you explain yourself again and again just to be misunderstood. You take care of everything while they take care of nothing. And eventually, you stop expecting anything at all. That is when the real damage begins. Your nervous system lives in survival mode, fight, flight, freeze, always on edge, always bracing for the next outburst, the next mood swing, the next moment where your existence gets questioned. Your adrenal gland.
Yeah, you especially remember your part where there was aunt. Yeah, you are right, Mama.
Get exhausted. Cortisol floods your system like it's slow poison. You're not just tired, you're inflamed. You wake up heavy, you go to sleep heavier, you forget words, you lose time. You feel like your soul is trying to crawl out of your skin. And that's why I'm doing an online workshop and event on the coming Saturday. The topic will be how to break your trauma bond with a narcissist. In this event, I'm going to go really deep into how narcissistic abuse trauma impacts your brain and how that shows up in your body. This is the last time I'm doing it in 2025. If you do not want to miss the session, click the link in my bio or profile and book your spot right now. Narcissist relation. 9 ways narcissists escape accountability while pretending they are innocent. Number one, they shift the focus to your tone instead of their actions. Number two, they bring up something you did weeks, months, or even years ago. Number three, they do something nice instead of owning up. Number four, they use spiritual bypassing to silence your hurt. Oh, you're being too negative.
Positive vibes only. Don't hold on to the past. We should just move on. Number five, they agree with you but only to use it against you later. Number six, they give you stone cold silence as punishment.
They agree with you only to use it against you later. That one got me.
Number seven, they pretend to be calm while you are unraveling. Number eight, they flip accountability into self pity to hijack the narrative. I guess I'm just the worst person in the world then. Suddenly, you're no longer hurt, you're the villain, and they are the misunderstood victim of your unrealistic expectations. Number nine, and the last one, they apologize vaguely with no context or change. I'm sorry you feel that way. It's not an apology, it's an emotional hit and run. Narcissists will give you hollow apologies just to shut you up, never to reflect or grow. Now, before you go, here is something I want you to know. I'm doing an online event. The topic is how to break your trauma bond with that. Emotional hypersensitivity syndrome in narcissistic abuse survivors is when they suddenly break down in the middle of a serious emotionally charged argument. Their voice cracks, their chest tightens, their words collapse into tears. You're not witnessing a meltdown when this happens. You're witnessing a trauma flashback. The nervous system isn't just reacting to the current conversation, it is responding to thousands of past emotional violations they were never safe enough to express. Every raised eyebrow, every sharp word, every dismissive tone pulls you back into the narcissist world, a world where emotional expression was nothing but a liability and vulnerability was a bait. This hypersensitivity is a manifestation of complex post traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, which is often caused by prolonged narcissistic abuse. It can involve emotional.
It's caused by prolonged narcissistic abuse. Oh, mamma mia. Mamma mia. Prolonged. Oh, that one.
Flashbacks, hypervigilance, and a constant undercurrent of fear and helplessness. These reactions aren't overactions, they are survival responses to long term emotional trauma. I'm going to talk about all of this a lot more in my upcoming event, which is happening on this coming Saturday. The topic will be how to break your trauma bond with that narcissist in 5 practical steps. Mind you, it's happening the last time this year, so if you want to book your spot, right now click the link in my bio profile. Emotional hypersensitivity syndrome in narcissists. 4 basic life skills narcissists never learn because they never grew up. Number 1, they have childish bathroom habits. You would be shocked how many narcissists leave the toilet seat up. Use the last of the toilet paper without replacing it. Pee on the seat if it is a male narcissist. Leave the door open or never wipe surfaces. They lack basic courtesy and cleanliness in shared spaces because they do not view others as real people as important. They treat the bathroom like it's theirs alone, like they are in a world where their needs are all that matter. Number 2, they eat like animals. When no one is watching, you will notice it if you have ever lived with one. The way they shove food in their mouth, eat with their hands, slurp, chew loudly, leave crumbs everywhere. Food becomes a primal act, not a conscious one. They devour, they hoard, they often overeat or undereat depending on mood. Some will sneak food at night like a child stealing candy. Number 3, they have no consistent sleep schedule or bedtime rituals. Healthy adults eventually develop routines to take care of their bodies.
Yeah.
Brushing teeth, washing face, calming the mind, and getting sleep. Narcissists often do not. Many scroll on their phone until 3 a.m., lie in bed in yesterday's clothes, or fall asleep midnight without a care. Mind you, they're not trauma survivors because some trauma survivors do this. Narcissists do it because they're just like that and they want others to put up with their crazy and unhygienic behavior. Before I move to number 4, if you want to book a session with me and want to have a one-on-one interaction, this is your chance to book one because I have opened a limited number of slots for this month. Click the link in my bio or profile and you will get more details. Number 4, their environment reflects their inner decay. They may have an expensive apartment or designer furniture, but you need to look closely. Dirty socks under the table, hair in the sink, unflushed toilets, rotten food in the fridge, dust collecting for weeks. Narcissists do not know how to truly maintain a living space. They don't want to. Their external world looks good only when it has to. But in private, their homes become demonic vessels, unfilthy, quite dark, and there's no soul in them.
Not so.
Four basic life. If you have ever seen a narcissist eat like an animal, you have seen their real self. You're not witnessing a human at the table, you are witnessing a predator feeding. The mask of civility slides off like dead skin, and what is left is something primal, unfiltered, and disturbing. The sounds they make, the loud chewing, the lip smacking, the grunts, the rapid swallowing without even finishing what is in their mouth, it is not
like our Juju Prato, the way he eats. Me, I will be scared looking at him eating. Our ex-in-law. Jesus. They really eat like that. Mostly that's our white boy, the Oregon boy.
accidental, it's instinct. It's the real self escaping through the cracks, my father. How they don't wait for others to start. They don't care if you're ready. They do not care if you're watching. They eat fast, loud, and greedily, as if food might disappear. That's because deep inside, the narcissist is starving, not for calories, for control, attention, and supply. And that starvation bleeds into every behavior, even the act of chewing. Watch what happens when the food is slightly cold. Watch what happens when someone else gets served first. That fury you see in their eyes isn't about hunger, it's about hierarchy. You have just challenged their imagined throne, and now the beast they try to keep hidden starts twitching in plain sight. They do not say thank you, they do not notice the effort behind the meal, they do not compliment.
They will never tell you thank you, no. Especially if they are the one bringing the money they used to cook the food. They think you deserve to cook it because they are the one that bought it. That's true. They never say thank you, never.
The cook unless they're manipulating them. Because to a narcissist, food isn't an experience to share, it is a momentary and forced lie that they are superior, deserving, and exalted. Now, not all narcissists are like this, but the ones I have dealt with were exactly what I'm describing to you. Before you go, here is something important for you to know. I'm doing I wake up refreshed, but the dreams of my victimhood, because I'm a covert narcissist. So here I go, pretending to be the martyr, the one who has been wronged, and I pray to God, please punish all those culprits who have wronged me. For you know the best. You are the one who will take my revenge.
Oh God, this man funny.
Yesterday, I'm going to give you silent treatment and nothing to do with you at all. Now let me put on a fake smile and make others think I'm a kind and a gentle person to deal with. I
me are
love
the
them a lot,
crazy
but
one.
I hate them a lot. Now,
Me are not kukuma fewe. I love be gentleman at all. Oh. I love be gentleman at all at all.
Now let me attend the call of my scapegoat son, whom I have been stonewalling, but now I'll talk to him nicely, showing everybody how amazing parent I am and how much I love him. I'm jealous of my colleague who's wearing a nice dress, so I'll say something out of spite. Oh, it looks nice on you, but it would have looked nicer had you lost some weight. Let me donate the money that I had kept for my son's gift. After all, I'm not going to get any admiration from him, but here, they will put me on a pedestal. Now that I am back, let me put on a miserable face and make everybody think my day went bad and get their supply. Let me end my day by giving my partner silent treatment because they said something I did not like. Let me turn my back against them. 5 reasons why narcissists hate you for no reason. Even when you have done nothing, their hate is totally personal. Reason number 1, you reflect everything they have failed to become: your peace, your growth, and your truth. All of that reminds them of how fake, stuck, and performative their entire life is. So when they look at you, they do not see a person, they see a threat, a reminder. And that's why they hate you. Number 2, you have something they cannot steal. Inner freedom, I'm talking about. It could be your self respect, your emotional intelligence, and your resilience, whatever it is. They cannot control it, copy it, or corrupt it. So, what do? They resent it, and that too deeply. Number 3, you remind them of the people who saw through them. You may not even know it, but you trigger memories of those rare people who called them out. walked away, or exposed them. Now they see you as the same danger. They perceive you as a threat. Before I move to number 4, here is something important I want you to know. I'm doing an online event. The topic is how to break your trauma bond with that narcissist. If you want to book your spot right now, click the link in my profile or in my bio. This is your last chance to book your spot because I'm not going to do this event again until.
Please, thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up for me, my YouTube people, Facebook. Thumbs up, please, guys.
May next year. Number 4, you make them feel small without even trying. You do not need to insult them. Just existing as your full self makes them feel irrelevant. That's why they mock, belittle, or sabotage you. It's just their way of shrinking your light so that their darkness doesn't become visible. Number 5, your authenticity threatens their performance. They live off image, you know that. You live off truth. You do not play games, you do not fake smiles, and you do not compete. That's why they hate you, because deep down they know you're everything they pretend to be.
Yeah.
5 reasons why you are the narcissist's worst karma. You are their karma because you were the one thing they believed they had full control over, and you slipped through their fingers without a single warning. That is what eats them alive every day. Because narcissists aren't afraid of being hated, they're afraid of being irrelevant. They're afraid of being forgotten by the very person they once used as a mirror for their ego. You are their karma because you showed them what love actually looks and feels like, and then you showed them what happens when it is taken for granted. You are their karma because your healing proves they were never as powerful as they pretended to be. You are their karma because every person they try to replace you with ends up reminding them of what they destroyed. And the more they chase the feeling you once gave freely, the more they realize they will never feel it again. And that is the real karma. Being forced to sit alone in the wreckage they created, knowing they had something real. And their ego was so loud, so entitled, so godlike, they chose to ruin it.
Yeah.
You are the narcissist's worst. Big 4 signs you are not safe at all around the narcissist. Number 1, when you are sick or in pain, they disappear. You could be lying in bed with a fever, dizzy, vomiting, or even crying out for help, and they will walk out the door like it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah.
They won't cancel their golf plans. They won't reschedule that dinner with friends. They won't even check if you ate. And when you bring it up later, they'll say, you looked like you needed rest.
Yeah.
No, you needed help. You needed someone to care if you made it
I
through.
just talk that
4
part.
micro behaviors that reveal a narcissist's true intentions. Number 1, they go completely still during your highest emotional pain. They become like a vessel emptied. You're sobbing, shaking, breaking down in front of them, and they just sit there with no movement, no expression, no words.
Yeah.
That stillness isn't shock.
It's
They
a
freeze
shock.
because
Yeah.
they are locking it in. Your pain becomes their power. That silence isn't emptiness, it is a ritual. And in that moment, they're not comforting you, they're feeding off you. Number 2, they create moments of peace right before unleashing hell so your body stops trusting safety. They will cook dinner, light a candle, hold your hand, say, let's have a good night. And right when your body lets go, they pull the trigger. One comment, one shift, one fight. That is, of course, not moodiness. That's predatory precision. The truth is, they build peace only to shatter it later. So, what do? You stop trusting peace at all.
Yeah.
Number 3, they speak in incomplete sentences on purpose when you are emotional. When you're crying, trying to make sense of things, begging them to understand, and they suddenly pause, storm off, say, I was going to say something, but never mind. That is not forgetfulness, that is a psychological grenade. It keeps your brain spinning while theirs stays in control. You will spend hours replaying what they might have meant. They already know what they meant, but confusion is control and silence is a leash. And before I move to number 4, something really important for you to know. I'm doing an all-in event. How to break your trauma bond is the topic. If you do not want to miss the only
Thank you for joining my Facebook people.
This year, click the link in my bio or my profile, and I will see you on the other side. Number 4, they blink more slowly when you are telling your truth. That one sentence that strips the mask. They do not yell, they do not defend. They just blink once slow.
That blink is their system glitching. You have touched the real them. And for a millisecond, they do not know what to do. It's not surprise, it's like they feel exposed. And now they're calculating what mask to wear next before you realize you have just seen the demon. 4 micro behavior, 6 ways to make a narcissist never ever mess with you again. You may already know the power of a monotone voice, emotional control, and direct responses. These are key in neutralizing a narcissist's ability to manipulate, but we need to go deeper. Here are 6 advanced tactics that will make a narcissist back off permanently, but a lot of people do not know about them. Number 1, you have heard of gray rocking, right? Becoming as boring and as unreactive as possible, but take it a step further. Be indifferent. Instead of just being emotionless, act like you don't even register their existence. Number 2, set a one strike rule. Narcissists like to push boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you let them cross a line once, they will test the next one. Instead of repeated warnings, have a one strike rule and then force it immediately. How to do it the first time they lie, manipulate, or disrespect you? Act immediately. Here is an example. They insult you, walk away mid sentence. No discussions, no debates, just consequences. Number 3, use the reverse interrogation method. Narcissists hate being questioned. They prefer controlling the narrative. But when you turn the tables on and ask them direct, emotionless questions, they become really defensive and uncontrollable. Number 4, master the part of no expression. Narcissists analyze micro reactions, eye twitches, body language, and even breathing patterns. If they can see the irritation, anger, or anxiety, they will push harder. They're a predator. But when your face is a blank slate, they lose all control. Number 5, never explain, never justify. A narcissist will try to corner you into explaining yourself just so they can twist your words. What is the best defense? Refuse to explain. Just state your position once and leave it there. Number 6, control the physical space. Very important. Narcissists dominate spaces. They get too close. They hoover. They invade your personal bubble to assert control. But if you control the physical space, you control the interaction. 6 ways to make a narcissist never ever mess with you.
Because if you don't control that physical space, imagine someone like me and I always do video. And you have to tell him, please lessen your noise, please, so that I can be able to attend to my viewers. If narcissists, they might tell you go ahead, but they will be making noise in the background. Quack, 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 before you know you hear. But he tell you go ahead and do the video, but the body language, attitude, and the noise we be making in the background, it make it unbearable for you. You will be trying to blink eye for them, for where they will just be doing. But they are the one that tell you go ahead with the video. You have to tell him, please, whenever I'm doing my video, please respect my audience. Lessen your noise, because you too, you will do same for them. If it's them that is doing the same thing, you respect their space and lessen your noise. Imagine I'm doing video and I'm brushing in the bathroom. I'm doing, but I know my husband is doing video in the sitting room. But I'm going to the bathroom and I try cracking my throat. People will be hearing your cracking of throats in the background, and you will feel shame and quickly mute the video. They are very inconsiderate. In most cases, they are very inconsiderate. They just feel like they can make noise. This is a living house. But there are some things you can do for somebody, even if that is how you brush on a normal day. You can consider the person and said, oh, my partner is doing video today. Let me lessen the tone I used to brush. They will never respect your privacy. They expect you and say, go out and look for money. Don't look for money in this house. Most of the cases it turn like that. That is why you see many people. Somebody like Cora, she was later having peace after leaving Justin. Those are some of the silent treatment that the guy was giving her. And you will no longer be, what is entering your head is like, I need my peace. If it's not there to disturb me, I will have more space to do what I want to do. And that thing, you don't know how it hurts. When it's there, you cannot do nothing. It's just trying to hold you down. Not that that moment is interesting with each other. No. You want to use it on a meaningful something. It will still be like obstacle is still there. All this boundary, you have to set it. If not, you will live a hell forever. It's very good to set boundary. Once you see you have already grown to this extent of some way that you have grown to, you have to set boundary and say, no. All this thing, please, we have to outgrow it.
Yeah.
Outgrow it.
5 signs you have successfully tricked the narcissist and defeated them. Number 1, you have filled that narcissist's brain with wrong information. You have created wrong narratives, such as, oh, I will be never leaving because I love you so much. I can't live without you. And they're running everywhere with that narrative, thinking they're really important, when in reality, they're slowly preparing for a mega exit. Number 2, you have mastered the art of giving them drip supply. You know how to give them a tiny, teeny bit of attention, validation, admiration, adulation, or even your anger to get a lot more from them. You know how to condition them. They're no longer able to push your buttons. It's the opposite. You know how to push their buttons and make them behave a certain way. Number 3, you have fooled the narcissist into thinking you are dumb. You have zero intelligence. But deep down, you know how to be unpredictable, to always remain 2 steps ahead of them. Number 4, you have convinced them into thinking that your silence is a sign of your weakness. You don't know what's going on. You don't have a lot to say. But in reality, your silence is your superpower. When you stop saying things, when you stop behaving in predictable ways, they lose it. They need predictability. They need to know what's going on inside you. Your silence makes them behave in ways that backfire. Number 5, and the last one, you have made the ultimate comeback by rising from your ashes. They thought you're gone, you're finished. Oh, there is nothing to him or her anymore. They have been destroyed. But by healing your wounds, you have proven them wrong, and that is the real defeat to a narcissist. 5 signs you. This is how trauma eyes can look like after narcissistic abuse. As you may notice, one eye is smaller than the other. Why does it happen? Well, it's said eyes absorb the shock, and sometimes that may manifest as asymmetry in sizes. Now, I'm not saying all those people whose eyes differ in size have been through trauma, or this is the single most indicator, the biggest indicator to tell if somebody has experienced trauma. This is my personal observation, and I have read about it somewhere. So you see the difference between the left and the right. Like, I have my right eye smaller than the left one. Why? Because I have seen shock. I have absorbed shock. I have experienced trauma. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. This is how trauma eyes can look like after narcissistic abuse. As you may notice, one eye is smaller than the other. Why does it?
I don't know. I go check mirror. Hey, Eskilibe. Why is this bigger than the other? How truth is that? Yeah. Hmm. I don't know, Sha.
Happened? Well, I had such a refreshing sleep after leaving my partner crying all alone, and I slept like a baby. Man, feels so good to wake up and start my day with calling my mommy dearest, who is my only supporter. Let me pretend to be a victim of my circumstances and tell her lies. Mom, I am so caught in this situation. I feel stuck. I have to get my children ready. I have to cook. I have to clean. I am being targeted and abused. I can't tell you how much pain I am in. Thank you so much for raising a man child and for making me so incompetent. I have no skills, but thank you. You are my biggest supporter. Now let me send kisses to 1034 sources of supply that I have been targeting at once. Time to get out of the room. Oh, there goes my crying child. Go to your mom. I can't deal with it. Go to your mom now. Get off my bed. I got you as my toys. I'm not responsible for you. She'll feed you. Get off. I have to get ready for office, but before I do that, let me destroy all her work because she does nothing. Now, the food. Oh, it's so bland. I don't want it. She never cooks something good. I'm leaving for work, but in reality, I'm going on a date and she doesn't know it. I'm telling her I moved to earn for us. I had such a refreshing. Narcissists do not leave because they have found better. They leave when you start seeing through them. That's it. Narcissists thrive in blindness. They survive by scripting your reality. The moment you start waking up, you become a threat, not just to their ego, but to their entire identity. Because once you see them clearly for the person they are, they lose control of the narrative. They cannot guilt you with their sob stories anymore. They cannot confuse you with hot and cold affection. They cannot bait you with hollow promises of change. Your clarity becomes louder than the chaos, and that terrifies them more than losing you ever could. They did not leave because someone else was better. They want you to believe that. They left because you started asking, why do I feel small around you? They left because you stopped apologizing for emotions they weaponized. They left because the mask was slipping and your silence was not holding it up anymore. And narcissists do not stay where they can't be worshipped. You know that. They leave where they are finally being washed for the person they are, where they're being exposed. Narcissists do not leave because they have found better. They leave when you start seeing through them. That's it. Narcissists thrive in blindness. They survive by scripting your reality. The moment you start waking up, you become a threat, not just to their ego, but to their entire identity. Because
Yeah.
once you see them clearly for the person they are, they lose control of the narrative. They cannot guilt you with their sob stories anymore. They
At all.
cannot confuse you with hot and cold affection. They cannot bait you with hollow promises of change. Your clarity becomes louder than the chaos, and that terrifies them more than losing you ever could. They did not leave because someone else was better. They want you to believe that. They left because you started asking, why do I feel small around you? They left because you stopped apologizing for emotions they weaponized. They left.
That thing they pain them, eh? Say you know they hear what they give. You pain them, they will start looking for people to attack around you. It's very, very alarming. I receive call every day. Oh my God. All of them have different character in them. Once you start being small around them, they start pretending as if they are sick. They are not sick. They will even lie on you that you give them shock. Narcissists, they are very difficult to deal with. They will tell you it's because of you they are not feeling well. It's a lie. Oh, it's a lie. It's a lie.
Because the mask was slipping and your silence was not holding it up anymore. And narcissists do not stay where they can't be worshipped. You know that. They leave where they are finally being washed for the person they are, where they're being exposed. Narcissists do not leave because they have found better. They leave when you start seeing through them. That's it.
Narcissists thrive in blindness. They survive by scripting your reality. The moment you start waking up, you become a threat, not just to their ego, but to their entire identity. Because once you see them clearly for the person they are, they lose control of the narrative. They cannot guilt you with their sob stories anymore. They
No.
cannot confuse you with hot and cold affection. They cannot bait you with hollow promises of change. Your clarity becomes louder than the chaos, and that terrifies them more than losing you ever could. They did not leave because someone else was better. They want you to believe that. They left because you started asking, why do I feel small around you? They left because you stopped apologizing for emotions they weaponized.
Yeah.
They left because the mask was slipping and your silence was not holding it up anymore. And narcissists do not stay where they can't be worshipped. You know that. They leave where they are finally being washed for the person they are, where they're being exposed. Narcissists do not leave.
A narcissist cannot stay where they are not worshipped. They will leave and go and look for another person that will worship them. That is why you see men who are narcissists, the moment they leave their wife, before you know, another woman is already under their arm. They can't stay alone. They are looking for their enabler. The moment they leave you, before you know, another woman is with them, they will say, hey, you see, he's a nice man. That is why he moves on very fast. He's a lie, you. He's a lie. He just see another new supplier. By the time that new supplier said, no, I'm not going to supply you again, he will run again and go and meet another woman. They are always on the run. Narcissists, men and women. The women too, they are always like that too. Once they divorce their husband, the next 1 month, they are already with another man. Yeah. It's the way it is, guys. May God guide all of us out there.
Because
I will be
the
leaving now.
only people a narcissist will ever bow down to are the ones they cannot emotionally control. Love does not earn you a narcissist's respect, control does. And the moment they cannot have that, they start to crumble. Because they do not know how to exist in a space where their manipulation does not work, where their charm goes unnoticed, where their power meets a wall that does not move. A narcissist does not respect kindness, they exploit it. They do not admire.
A narcissist does not respect kindness, they exploit it. That word is very deep. Narcissist does not respect kindness, they exploit it.
Loyalty. They expect it like it's their birthright. What terrifies them is someone who sees through their tactics and does not flinch. Someone who does not raise their voice. Someone whose silence is not weakness but a boundary, a mirror, a warning. When a narcissist realizes you do not need them anymore, when your world does not collapse in their absence, when you do not chase, do not cry, do not react, that is when the fear begins. Not fear of losing you, fear of losing control over you, fear of becoming invisible to someone who used to be hooked on their every word. That is when the mask begins to slip. That is when they panic because they know the performance is over and you have stopped clapping. They bow not out of reverence, not out of growth, but of course out of survival. Because the only power they ever had over you was the illusion that they were so special. That illusion is gone now.
Yes.
The only people a narcissist will ever bow down to are.
So you guys should be collecting sense from all this video. That is why I'm playing it sometimes. So guys, let me leave you all. It's already late. I need to sleep. Good night, everyone. Stay blessed. We'll see tomorrow evening by God's grace. I hope they free very black dark man. The guy have been there since Friday. Today is Monday. They are yet to release him. I pray they release him on time. This way, my people, have a great night. Sweet dreams, everyone. Won't go bye.